Alright, podcast mode time. So, if you're watching this video, then yeah, it's the update after the whole entire N64 Iceberg. And to give out any fears away, no, this is not the end of Iceberg content on the channel, so you can relax with that at least. But yeah, I ended up doing all of that stuff within just 1 week. Like every day I was like hurrying up and recording and making the images and then putting the video together, which would fucking take forever. And initially before I started that, I was like, alright, I'll make a N64 rumor charts, and it was fun to do that. But then like after that, I was like, oh no, I promised a video series of this, and I was like, oh, I hope I didn't bite off more than I can chew here, and I was like stressing as June came, which is part of why once I started doing it, I just wanted it like done so I could relax again. I mean, like at first when I did the first part, I was like, this wasn't so bad actually, but then like the more and more I thought about it, I was like, I just want to get this done, and it became worse as I was doing it. It wasn't as bad like for the last couple of parts, but yeah, and like that's something that's not good, and I'll just be honest, my videos fucking suck. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it when all of you watching, like, compliment me, and especially if you say that, like, I've improved since blah 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 and such, like, don't get me wrong, like, I appreciate that shit, like, wholeheartedly, but just for, like, my personal fulfillment, and I feel like on a broad general scale, like, in comparison to, like, people who I watch, and, like, what I expect from, like, them and shit, and just, like, other people who do Iceberg videos, not even just Iceberg videos, I guess just in general, my videos are kind of fucking bad and shit. Now, a big part of that is just like technical limitations. As a lot of you know, I do everything on a smartphone because I still don't have a PC of my own. I did for like a week, but just nothing was going wrong, and it was more stressful than it was worth it. That was what was happening during the edit and the Iceberg, which is why like that time was fucking crazy. But yeah, the other reason is that like I just don't get like any fucking privacy to work on my videos or much peace really, which is kind of why like they get like quickly like canned out, and like why I don't realize certain mistakes happening, like if I skipped over an entry or if they got like corrupted, like the fucking Zelda and Delicious Cake entries. I'm not gonna fucking get over that, but I'm glad I'm acknowledging it at least. But yeah, what I can do though to try to improve them is relax more and reduce my stress levels. I know I've been like saying that forever, and I was saying it during the edit and the Iceberg, but I feel like now is the time more than ever for me to like actually really fucking do something about it. And yeah, as I was saying earlier, like I was feeling I was gonna bite off more than I can chew with this video series, and I do feel like I kind of did that. And it was the same with like previous ones. Like the only time where it was like okay-ish was like during the first series, the Adult Swim one, because I was like taking my time, and it was my first go, and there was like a lot of weird entries on there. But I'm just gonna put it now, from now on, I honestly don't really see myself doing Iceberg series videos anymore. Now, there are going to be Iceberg charts I'm still making myself, and I feel like it's more fun for people to like kind of speculate and do their own interpretations and stuff. That's how like the Mario 64 Iceberg like got as big as it did. And also, there's just like a lot of entries on charts where it's like either you do know this just from like your own experience, or you can learn from a quick Google search, or you just don't know it and have to Google it real quick. It's really the ones that are like up for interpretation or fake or whatever that are like the most interesting to talk about, or if it's just like a really fucking interesting fact. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be focusing on, because if some of you saw in the comments of the N64 Iceberg videos, I mentioned how I want to talk about like other entries of their own videos, like if I skipped over it, or skipped over on complete accident, mind you, or if I just kind of like glossed over a little bit of info. I mention it in the videos themselves, like of the final entry of the interconnections and some other ones. But yeah, so those are videos going to be coming out, and that's probably going to be the main focus for other Iceberg charts that I make in the future. Is there a chance I'll do full series again sometime? Maybe. All of the stuff I'm talking about is just maybe. Like, I just need to focus on doing what I naturally really want to do. And that's what ultimately will give you all the best videos to watch, because in the end, I want to feel proud of what I made, but especially I just want people to be able to like actually enjoy it when they're watching my stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be the main focus and shit for Iceberg content related videos. Now what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I guess I can move on to like the schedule now. So yeah, like as you can imagine, I'm just gonna be like uploading things for like when I want to and try to not feel so compelled for me to do it. Like it's much easier said than done. Like I can be saying right now, like, alright, I'm gonna take it easy, everybody will understand, and when I'm ready to get a video out, I'll do it. But then like in my brain with like the mental illnesses I have, it's like, do something, you're freaking out, you're doing nothing, and yeah, like that's what leads to like rushing and stress shit and stuff. So I'm taking a break during the summer. Now, will there be a video out in June? Probably. I said how I'm just doing like specific entry videos now for future icebergs, but that's still going on for the N64 as I've established. And the first one I might do for that is Zelda and Smash 64, making a whole entire video around that, since in the Iceberg series it got corrupted and like it just fucking skipped over footage alongside Delicious Cake, which would also get its video, and probably Hustle Dory too, since I skipped that on complete accident, even though I wrote about it in the comment sections. But yeah, if there's a video that comes out in June, it'll probably be that. If not, then definitely sometime eventually. And yeah, July though, July I should just take like completely fucking off. Like, it's not like I'm going to be doing absolutely nothing. I'm just going to be doing things that aren't related to the channel, like some artwork and helping out on editing and other sites. And I also do summer recommendations on Discord during that month, so I'm going to be doing those too. But also just for my own self and being able to like take like an actual like summer break in a way, because like I just want to kind of like stop and like indulge and appreciate in things. And like even when I just try to do something like a video game, I still feel like I'm rushing myself and stressing out to do it. I just want to like sit back and relax and I do that stuff. And I've got more like Nick VHS tapes coming up and shit. But also most of all, I just want to be able to like spend time with my friend, because he also has like a break right now, and I feel bad because I feel like I haven't been like dedicating as much time to him. So yeah, I just really want to do that because that's like what's most important to me right now. I'm sure you all get that. But yeah, it's not like, I mean, there's still a chance that there'll be videos in July, just not Iceberg related, just like a funny like other side video in July. And like, you know, I just said that I'm getting more Nick VHS tapes. I got more manuals and shit too, so maybe there might be a video where I'm like sharing more stuff, like on my birthday one. And also, people have asked before how exactly I make like iceberg charts and the videos for them. I might make a video too that could come out in July of me like demonstrating that. Mainly the iceberg chart stuff, because like that's the more fun part for me and probably the more interesting one. And like I could also take time to say what I like to see in iceberg charts, and like when people talk about them and shit, and maybe give some like advice on what to do for them. Like it won't be like, oh, this is me completely right, but just like me saying like what I like in them and what I advise. And then August, I still might not really make too many videos in August. There's a chance I could start doing the explanation videos. But August, I would say it's very likely, especially near the latter half, that I'll start actually making the charts. Now, like, I would say early fall is probably like the sweet spot for me to make content videos, because it's like then where I can relax and there's not much stuff going on. Like, it's not like, I mean, by then you kind of have to like accept that like summer's basically at its end, so you're not like rushing to like try to let yourself be more recreational and enjoy things during that season. But it's not too bad yet. Like the fucking death furnace at my house isn't going on yet. Like, yes, that thing is horrible and it's literally killed me, which is probably like a big reason of my stress and shit, and just like the people there. Like, unfortunately, I can't really just like consistently make videos year round until like I move and it's not an issue anymore. And I don't know when that'll be. But yeah, I don't want to get too personal here, but yeah, like in terms of like how many Wilfred videos you'll be seeing come out, early fall is really the sweet spot. I'm sure you saw that last year. And then winter, I can probably try to get away and focus on more too, if I just like try to relax and not be in the house while I'm doing it. And then maybe spring, but it's by that point too where I just kind of want to like relax and focus more on letting time take its time, let it move slow. Like, that's mostly what I want, is just let July move slow for me and my friends and enjoy shit. But yeah, I mentioned it will start up again back in August, and I'll be making the charts then, most likely. Now, what exactly are those iceberg charts that I'll be doing? Well, you can probably take a guess from the thumbnail. In order of like most to least likely ones I'll be making, and by the way, it's going to be like a year since I've started making my own charts by the time we get to that point. The one that I'll probably most likely be making the most is an iceberg chart for Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I fucking love that game, and there's so many little details in it that I just want to talk about that like not many other people point out, and like other like oddities and theories and shit on the background of it. And yeah, those would get those own like entry videos, especially for like bottom layer shit in there. And then another game that I've been considering to make an iceberg chart for is Fire Emblem Awakening. That's possibly my favorite game of all time still. So yeah, and like I was just replaying it last month, so I'll probably make an iceberg chart for that also if I'm in the mood and I can think of enough stuff. And then one that I've been considering to do since last year in August is an iceberg chart for Rugrats, specifically the first 5 seasons, just because that's what I know and all what I'll bother to touch with that show. And like it'll be a bit different. Like it'll mostly just be like oddities observed and some background meta stuff, like the backstage drama, but just mainly like weird shit I've noticed in the episodes of those seasons. Well, let's just say Rugrats only had 5 seasons and put it at that, okay? But yeah, another one that I've been considering since last year is a Futurama iceberg. Surprisingly, I haven't seen anybody do one for that show yet. And what's been holding me back is just feeling like that I'm not the most qualified. Like, there's somebody out there who knows a lot more of the show. But, you know, I might do it because there is a lot of weird shit in that cartoon that I surprisingly also don't really see people talk about that I want to do myself. So that's another good, like, specific, like, entry videos series if I ever do one for that. And then, you know, there's other ones I've considered doing, like fucking Rocko's Modern Life or just whatever, like, I'm currently thinking of or in the mood for. But with those ones, it could be harder to make enough entries to have, like, a proper chart without making up bullshit. Oh yeah, that's another thing that'll probably help me reduce stress if I did eventually start doing, like, real series again, is that no fucking way are they gonna be as big as the other ones. Like, I like including the more the merrier shit and having everything on there. But yeah, it's just those, like, not simply having as much to talk about, like, as N64 rumors. Like, I don't know how it happened, but that has fucking 100 entries on it. And that Melee Iceberg I just made is fucking insane, which is why I was like, nope, I know I don't want to do a series on this. I just simply can't do that. But other people are, like, one fan is doing one. I think they might have already completed it, but they're waiting till it's Melee's anniversary to release it, and I'll make sure to link that once I see it. But yeah, this video has been dragging on long enough. I hopefully got all of my points across and that all of you understand and will stay tuned. But for now, I hope that you all can enjoy your season also. And happy Pride Month. Bye-bye.